spoke to Abdulrashid Mohammed Saeed, the CEO of Dahabshiil. He spoke to Star TV about how the case started and the ruling from the court. This is what he had to say.
maxkamad dalka Holland ayaa go'aan soo saartay ku saabsan dacwadaas ama
The court in Holland has made a decision regarding the accusations made by Mr. Alasow, who lives in Holland. This man has been releasing false information about Dahabshiil for a long time. To tell the truth, a lot of other Somali people have also been a victim of his lies. So as Dahabshiil, we see that it's very important that what the journalists are writing are something they are sure about and that they have the proof to back it up. We see the right way to respond to the lies that this man has been writing about Dahabshiil was to go through the Hollandese legal system, and we are happy for the ruling in Holland. Everything this man wrote was taken to court. The judge proved that there was not sufficient evidence, and he ruled that Mr. Alasow must remove all of this fabricated information from his websites and other sites. We are happy to be the first Somali company to win a case against this man in Holland, and we thank the judge that ruled on the case. It has been going on for a number of years and was taken at different times. Holland is a country with a system, and they take their time before ruling on cases. The judge was given of all of the articles, and other Somali journalists also. Holland is a country with a system, and they take their time before ruling on the cases. The judge was given all of the articles, and other Somali journalists also gave their opinion on the situation to the court. We thank a number of organisations who fought for the name of journalists. Two of them, one in Hargeisa and one in Mogadishu, both raised the name of Somali journalists, because the people that follow journalists are very important people, and we see that what Dahir Alasow has been writing about Dahabshiil is not just, and it's not of what journalists publish. This is how we took the case to the court. A lot of expenses were paid and a lot of time was paid. We saw that Mr. Alasow was not allowed to write what he wants about people. This case is a lesson for him. It's a big lesson for him and others. I think that the people that he writes about every day now have an open road for them to go to court, because the judges and people of Holland know him for what he is. Everybody that he now writes lies about can use his previous records for false allegations. Alasow started his lies about a man who is a representative for us and still is in Mogadishu. This man was born in Mogadishu and is a resident there. It started by Alasow insulting this man and his brother. One of the days he called me and he said, "This is what I'm going to write about your representative." I told him to stop what you are doing. After that, his allegations and insults did not stop there. He wrote anything he wanted. Every bad thing that happens, he would blame Dahabshiil. If something happens in Mogadishu, it would be Dahabshiil's fault. If something happens in Hargeisa, it will be Dahabshiil's fault. And if something happens in London, it will be Dahabshiil's fault. We could see that this man had his own agenda, and we are not ready for that. First of all, the court ruled all of the articles that Mr. Alasow wrote have no proof and that he must remove them from all of his sites. They also ruled that he must publish on his websites that he does not have any proof for the stories that he wrote. The court also gave Mr. Alasow a fine to pay. If he does not fulfill the court orders, that will make the situation much worse for him. In Europe, it's called contempt of court, and it's something that you should not play around with. The decision the court makes must be followed, so Mr. Alasow must follow these court orders and stop the lies he wrote about Dahabshiil and other Somali companies. If he does not fulfill the court orders, that will make the situation much worse for him. In Europe, it's called contempt of court, and it's something that you should not play around with. The decision the court makes must be followed, so Mr. Alasow must follow those court orders and stop the lies he wrote about Dahabshiil and other Somali companies, and he should spend his time and energy on something else and not make a living from lies and provoking people. Holland is a country that's international, and it's also part of the European Union and United Nations. The decision the judge makes is a decision that's respected. Star TV has also interviewed a CEO for a Somali journalist organisation called Soldier, Mahmoud Abdi Jama Huto, who's a part of the two organisations who took part in the court case.
aad baan horta ugu hambalyeynaya shirkadda Dahabshiil in ay guul ka gaadhay dacwadaas runtii oo
I am congratulating the company Dahabshiil for their victory during the case. The case was a lesson for the journalists who used their jobs in the wrong way, and they need to go through the legal systems in place. As the organisation Soldier, we have skills and our work is international. Journalists, whether they are in their own country or if they are somewhere else, they have the same feeling. We saw the injustice this man was doing, and reflecting on the situation, we backed to Dahabshiil. Dahir Alasow, who is the man who wrote the articles about Dahabshiil, has published his response on Facebook publicly. This is what he said.
لكن أبيل هذا قاتل ما أنت قميص هذا أي أبيل قاتل ستة وكم بشون صباح يوقف جدًا قانك
I have just taken an appeal today, which is Thursday. The court ruling only came out on the 18th of this month. My name is Mahmoud Hirsi, and you're tuned in to Star TV English.